Good morning. In Matthew 5 and verse 13, Jesus said, "You are the salt of the earth. But if salt becomes tasteless, or as in some translations, if the salt loses its strength, what can make it salty again? It's good for nothing and can only be thrown out to be trampled underfoot by men." Now, I never understood that. How can salt lose its strength? Here we have pure sodium chloride. It's sodium chloride. It can't lose its strength. It's either sodium chloride or it's nothing. Now, I'm looking at it from a modern point of view. The people who were listening to Jesus 2,000 years ago knew exactly what he was talking about. It seems that in those days, the salt you got wasn't pure. It was a bit more like this one. That's Himalayan salt. It's pink, except that it was far more impure. If you got your salt from the Dead Sea, it would have sodium chloride in it, but it would also have magnesium salts, iron, calcium salts, which might be good for your body, but they're no good for preserving meat. So what happened then? Well, let's see. I have here a glass of water and my pure sodium chloride. And I put it in here, stir it up, and in a minute, it's sort of gone. It's gone. Well, most of it's gone. Some of it's left there because, you need a bit more water. Now, if I were to evaporate that water, all of that salt would now appear on the bottom of the glass. I haven't lost it. But if I pour this down the drain, all the salt goes with it. Now, if I were to have a huge pile of salt outside my door, which is what the Israelites had to do, a little shower of rain wouldn't matter because it would just dampen it. It would then dry out and you'd still be left with mostly salt. But if you have a huge downpour, your salt has gone and you're just left with the impurities. For example, this pink salt, I dissolved it in water and put it through a filter. I don't know if you can see, but the filter paper has now gone pink and there's little bits of stuff there. Well, now that's not too bad, but the Israelites would be left with a bit of vegetation, the iron, the sand, all the impurities, and it would be fit for nothing. They couldn't preserve their meat in it. So what did Jesus mean then? Well, many commentators say, look, we have to be as pure as we can be with righteousness. Now, we are never going to be 100% pure. Now, that doesn't matter too much. We can have a little bit of impurity and still be righteous and still help other people. Other commentators say, well, now look, what it means is that we are to help preserve other people. By our life and our conduct, we help others stay on the right path. Now, as Jesus said, if your righteousness is not greater than that of the scribes and the Pharisees, you're in a bad way. So basically what Jesus seems to be saying is that we need to keep our righteousness topped up. We can't let our righteousness be washed away and poured down the sink with the salt. So I have a feeling that it's also got to do with strength. Our strength to help other people can't wane. But where are we going to get this strength? How is our saltiness going to be renewed? Well, in Luke 18, Jesus said this, and you might read it for yourselves. Verse 1, then he told them a parable about the need to pray continually and never lose heart. Or as some Bible translations say, do not give up. Keep our righteousness topped up so that it's greater than our impurities, and we will be a blessing not only to God, but also to our fellow man. So, I hope you found that of some interest, and thank you so much for watching.